Peter Lik today. He's an Australian photographer who's been shooting expansive scenes of nature his whole life. He was born in Melbourne, Australia, to Czech immigrant parents, and he never took the gift of life's beauty for granted. Peter's catalog of work can be traced back to the essential moment when, at 8 years old, his parents gave him a Kodak brownie box camera for his birthday. His first shot was of a spider web in the garden of their family home, and Peter has followed his calling to capture and share the most beautiful places on Earth ever since then. It was after a trip to the United States in 1984 that Peter discovered the panoramic camera format, a defining moment in his career. Challenged with the dare to go big or go home, Peter did both. So for the next 2 decades, he would travel back and forth between the US and his native Australia, honing his craft and establishing his prominent position in the world of fine art photography. In the late 90s, Peter took a giant leap forward, taking on a massive project now known as Spirit of America, and here's the titular image. After 50,000 miles and 1,000 rolls of film, Peter had revealed landscapes from all 50 United States, completing the, quote, biggest challenge of my life, that he said. And from there, it was only onward and upward for his remarkable career. Welcome Home is a photograph that he published recently in 2017, and I really like how clear the reflection of the horses are on the thin layer of water. Lik spent the early 1990s working for the tourism department of Queensland, Australia, traveling through the outback and photographing little seen areas. In 1994, he moved to Las Vegas, where he opened Lik USA, which includes a facility for printing and framing his photos. And he also started his own publishing company, Lik Publishing, also in the mid-1990s. And the company has produced coffee table books, postcards, and calendars of his work. And I could definitely see this image here being one of the months on a calendar. Here is a black and white photograph of a series that he did on aviation. And I think black and white really suits this piece because instead of getting distracted by color, we get to really focus on texture and see the reflection of the glossy silver airplane as really the center point of this piece. So Lik is best known for his panoramic photos and the large size and overall quality of his prints. He typically shoots panoramas with a Linhof 617 Technorama camera using Fujifilm. And he also shoots digital, primarily using Phase 1 and Nikon cameras. And he prints most of his photos on Fujiflex silver halide paper, which increases the light sensitivity and glow and helps accentuate these vibrant colors in the prints, as we can see here with Tree of Life being a prime example of detail, vibrancy, and color. After winning the Art in Nature category of the 2010 Winland Smith Rice International Awards from Nature's Best Photography, Ghost, the piece taken in Antelope Canyon, Arizona, was selected as part of a May 2011 exhibition of nature photography at the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C. So the photo was shot in a slot canyon with the sunlight coming in through the hole above, creating this ghostly aura. Here is another black and white photo, but of course in a different sense, depicting a zebra's black and white stripes in a color photograph. And by using his vivid colors, we can really see the contrast between the rich, shiny black and the bright reflective white of the zebra pattern. So I think it's a really unique choice to create an image in color of a black and white animal or object, for example. So here's a photo that looks like it could be in Provence in France, but it's actually from Tasmania, the island off the southeast coast of Australia. Tasmania and Provence actually have a lot in common climate-wise. So they are both regions that produce lavender and also wine. But this is just another great example of his vibrant colors and panoramic landscapes. And you can also almost see the purple of the lavender reflecting, creating these purple clouds in the sky, which is really beautiful. Here is his photo, Pele's Whisper, that shows a volcanic eruption on the Big Island of Hawaii. Pele is actually the Hawaiian goddess of fire and volcanoes and is said to live in the fiery caldera of Mount Kilauea on the Big Island. Amongst the hundreds of prestigious accolades and merits garnered over the years, Peter has been awarded the title of Master Photographer from the Australian Institute of Professional Photography, Professional Photographers of America, Federation of European Photographers, and Master Photographers International, along with other fellowships and awards. So he really is recognized globally and as one of the best in his field. Finally, we'll end on a controversial note. This is Lik's photo titled Phantom, and it does look like a black and white version of his photo Ghost that we just looked at from Arizona. But the reason that it's controversial, though, is because in December of 2014, Lik claimed to have sold the photograph to an anonymous bidder for $6.5 million, making it potentially in the top 3 highest prices ever paid for a photograph. So it would really be groundbreaking. But Lik's claim has been greeted with much skepticism. No details of the sale have been verified, though a lawyer representing the sale confirmed that the mysterious buyer does exist. So it's still very up in the air and controversial. But I hope you all enjoyed looking at Peter Lik's vibrant landscapes and wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving next week. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Sarah. Which ones of these are your favorites?
Oh, that's tough. I mean, I love the lavender field. I love the color purple, and you can almost smell the lavender in the photo. It's just so vibrant. But I think also Tree of Life is really beautiful.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, all of them are just so amazing. That Ghost and Phantom, incredible photos. You kind of have to really stare at it for a while.
Yeah.
I really like Pele's Whisper. I thought that was just incredible.
Yeah.
I've been there actually, and I've seen a lot of photographs of the volcano flow, of the lava flows going to the ocean. That was just probably one of the most amazing ones. And I really love the Spirit of America, that iconic photo of that, the flag waving. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He did photographs of all 50 states, so he's traveled around a lot. Yeah.
Indeed. Here in Los Angeles at the Getty Center, they actually have one pavilion, one whole floor of a pavilion there devoted to photography. I don't know if you've been there, but whenever I go to the Getty, I always visit that as my first stop.
Yeah.